Hey, Saf, how you doing, my friend?
Good, Tony. Good to see you, man. How are you?
Good, good. I just wanted to bring you on here really quick today. I know it was unplanned, but I was kind of experiencing a lot of things this weekend with buyers and sellers, and I figured you'd be the perfect person to pick your brain on this. I'm actually just going to be a client here for a minute, and then you can do your thing. And with the experience me and you both have in real estate, I think
Yeah.
it's crucial that we share a lot of the transparency. So thanks for taking the time to join. Uh,
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about you, which how long you've been doing it, and I would love to hear what's going on out there in the market with now rates dropping. We can
Mhm.
talk about that a little bit. I just wanted to see what you're experiencing out there in the market, being so busy all the time, but I know it's a little difficult to get these people under contract. So love to hear
Yeah.
your take on it so we can help some families out there.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me in your space, man. I appreciate it. Always good to see you, talk to you. And again, my name is Asaf Arevalo. I'm with HomeSmart Connect Realty, and I've been a realtor for almost 9 years, eight and a half years. So I'm pretty busy. Thankfully, I'm a full-time agent, and it's competitive. Most of the year has been competitive. It depends who you ask. They'll tell you that towards the end of the year it tends to be slow or the
Mhm.
beginning of the year. For me, thankfully, the whole year it's pretty busy. But what I've been noticing lately is that it's getting busy again. With the kids going back to school, there's a lot of young families with young children that they were looking for a house in summertime. Then it kind of died out because the school started. But now with the holidays coming in, people are starting to buy again, look again. So we are still seeing prices dropping on properties that maybe sitting on the market for a few weeks, but there's still a lot of hot areas, a lot of places that are selling over asking price. And it's a good time to buy, especially like you're saying with the rates dropping. There's more buyers now in the market.
So you are noticing over asking price again, huh?
Some places, yeah, there's a lot of houses with price reductions, but some of the houses that are priced nice, they're updated, they're well kept. There are still multiple offers out there, so it's not like every single property is price dropping and you can get a huge deal. It's not the case in
Yeah,
some
what
places.
I yeah, what I love about it is that media will talk about homes are crashing and homes are staying on the market longer than usual. And we
Mm,
know media sells fear and that's why I love to bring people like you on here and kind of like pick your brain that see it on the
well,
field
yeah.
because yeah, because it's hurting families and like I'm like, what do you have to lose if you're renting? Like
Hmm.
think about it. You're renting, you're throwing money every month away, you're paying someone else's mortgage. You're afraid to
Exactly.
buy because why? Because
Because
the
someone
homes are
recently,
crashing?
yeah, and they've been saying that since 45 years ago when with COVID started. They're like, oh, the crisis, the houses and that, and nothing happened. If anything, the increase the rates have been steady over the last 2 3 years,
Yeah.
but the house market just keeps going up.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
know I honestly with my experience on going on 21 years this November is I've been through a couple bubbles and of course the bubble has to fix itself, the market has to correct itself. I'm not saying that these homes are going to keep going up like this,
Yeah.
but even if homes appreciated 1%, which we've never had in like 40 years of this country, you're still paying your own mortgage.
Yeah.
You're not paying someone else's mortgage.
Exactly.
And what I noticed too, and I'm sure you noticed this too with buyers, and I'm like, who is influencing you on making this decision? Like
Hmm.
asking buyers that because most of the buyers might have a family member that lost the property in 2008, and
Hmm.
that's scaring them. So I appreciate you explaining a little bit that, still homes are going over asking price. But
Yeah.
me and you are kind of experiencing a little challenge here on the weekends with some of our offers going through.
Hmm.
And we're noticing like approval letters are not as ethical or as honest as the buyer's agent and the loan officers are out there. You want
Yeah.
to point out what you noticed with an offer coming into your listing with 50% down and then you go to closing and it's doesn't match. So you want to talk
Yes,
a little bit about that just to give
I do
people heads
work
up.
with a lot of investors, fix and flip. And when there's multiple offers, because our listings, our flips, they're really, they're well done, they're well finished, and
Right, right.
they generate a lot of interest. So what I've noticed in a few of our listings is that when they submit the offer, when we request highest and best, they're saying that they're going to be putting 20-25% down conventional loan, as is this and that. And that's what I present to my client, to the seller. But once we get to the closing table, I get the master, the closing statement. The down payment doesn't match.
Wow.
They're saying they're putting down 20-25%. And when we get to closing and I see the closing statement, they're only putting down like 5%. It really has nothing to do with the sale, but it just met.
Right.
They're just trying to get the deal and they're lying, on the
Right. on
on
the approval
the
letter.
offer, just to make it look better. But at the end, they switch it to the minimum down payment. So that's kind of unethical.
Yeah, and I feel like that's going to catch up to you. I know you might win a deal or two here as a loan officer, as a real estate agent, but when you're not doing the right thing, they'll catch up to you. You will lose your character. You'll lose your trust with real estate agents. You'll lose your
Yeah.
trust as a realtor. You'll lose your trust as a loan officer. Now imagine your client, like, wow,
Mhm.
Asaf and Tony are doing this unethical thing. What else are they doing?
Yeah.
So I just feel really bad because we missed the opportunity a couple times this year with these crazy approval letters. Just
Yeah,
wanted to
that's
give the
total
listing.
another one deal that we felt really comfortable going in and
The
it slipped from our fingers, man.
listing agent said we had 50% down. And I did text the listing agent. I'm like,
Yeah.
please check the closing disclosure. And I'd love to. And I am going to follow up with her just to double check because we have to make people aware of things like this because nobody really actually talks about the real deal, the real things that go behind the scenes.
Mhm.
People love talking about excitement. Media loves talking about negativity and scaring people.
Yeah.
Most real estate agents and loan officers talk about success. I want to talk
Yeah.
about like,
Behind closed
yeah,
doors.
the pain that me and you and all successful real estate agents and loan officers that want to do the right thing deal with. And I'm
Mhm.
telling you, you know this, and me and you know this. I rather struggle for life than do the wrong thing because it'll catch up to us and you will
Yeah.
lose your trust.
And at the end of the day, longevity, people that do that, or they just look at a transaction as just a transaction, not
Right.
a life,
They
a
just
long
want to
term.
get one deal done, or
Yeah.
and
That's when,
again,
people.
me and you, yeah, and me and you have young kids. Like we got to do this for at least another 20 years. So like, I don't understand how people. But hey, listen, the more people that do stupid shit, pardon my language, they'll be out of the business. So it'll be me and you, and the good people will be left. And I hope that's what happens.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to ask you is like, is these low rates kind of getting people excited for coming back on the market?
They're
Are you noticing a little
definitely
bit?
motivating people because the lower the interest rate, the more purchasing power they have. So definitely it's a incentive for people that they either they didn't get approved for the amount they wanted a few months ago, or just people that their purchase power increased and now they can have access to other properties that they didn't have access to a few months ago. So yeah,
Very
definitely.
smart. And I don't know, I'm sure you know the statistic, and I'm not saying that 5 million people are going to come into the market, but if every
Yeah.
time rates drop by 1%, there's 5 more million people nationwide that can qualify for a mortgage. So think about that statistics, what lower rates will do to the purchase prices, even though people are saying that real estate will crash, properties will go down. I just know for a fact once rates go down even more, I mean, we're already at six and a quarter.
Yeah.
You're going to do rate buy downs in the five. What would
Mhm.
it do when rates get closer to five and four, which I feel like we will see low fives by
Mhm.
next year, but we'll see. No one could predict the market. But with that being said, it's only going to make it more
Yeah.
competitive out there because there's no inventory. But
Yeah.
again, if rates keep going down the way they are, I feel like families will be able
Mhm.
to sell when you have a 2 or 3%. It's easier to sell at 5% than
Mhm.
it is to sell when rates are 6, 7, or 8%. We
Yeah.
even had
And
what, eight and a half?
even then, when the interest rates were almost 8%, people were still buying multiple offers received. So imagine, rates dropping to mid fives or lower six, just people get motivated. And like you're saying, that's going to drive the prices up, but there's so much demand and not enough,
Right.
supply goes hand in
Right.
hand.
Yeah, and as you know, we haven't built homes since 2008. I mean, very
Mhm.
little construction we've had because it's so
Yeah.
expensive, and
Or
that's
this
not going to go
people you're
away.
not behind.
I don't like talking about politics, but these tariffs are not going to help with building more homes because it'll cost more. But hey, we can't predict that. All we can control is what's in front of us. Rates are going down. People are getting motivated, doing the right thing when it comes to your listing, doing the right things when it comes to sending your offer the right way because it'll catch up to you. With
Mhm.
that being said, guys, please make sure you're talking to people you know, you like
Yes.
and trust. Somebody that's used somebody. Ask your neighbor, ask your friend, ask your coworker if they've used somebody. Stop falling for this social media advertisement. There's a lot of
Yeah.
scammers out there. So be very careful because, again, it's a lot of money in real estate. You're not buying a car or a pen or something. This is thousands of dollars that could hurt you. So, with that being said, me and Asaf are always here to help you. I just want to say, final last thing God bless, do the right thing, and good things will happen to you. Asaf, any final words from you, brother?
Nothing, man. Just want to say, like you're saying, just talk to the professional. That's what we're here for. Asking, it's free. we don't try to give advice and point you in the right direction because you'll be surprised how many questions we get from TikTok. Oh, I saw this on TikTok. I saw this on TikTok, and it's
Yeah.
not realistic.
Yeah, my son has made me buy some things on TikTok that didn't turn out too good. So Be very
Yeah.
careful, and you guys have a great day. Asaf, thanks again for your time, my friend. I appreciate you, and keep
You
crushing
too.
it. I'll see you soon.
All right. Take care, man.